Streaming from your computer and from all over the internet. This is all Andy Alfred on ClayFan23. And now your host, Andy Alfred. Oh, bless you boys! A sweep of the Windians and of the Pittsburgh Penguins! The Mudhens take 2 of 3 from the weekend. We're set in the NHL Finals and new developments in the NBA Finals. I love you guys and welcome into this Monday edition Hello, Andy Alfred, right here on ClayFan23. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the Man Cave and welcoming you into the program here on this Monday, June 10th, 2013. I am Andy Alfred and welcoming you into the program. Exciting news out of YouTube we got today. I'll share that with you at the end of the program, as well as so many other things to get into. But let's first get into this. The Detroit Tigers take a series sweep over the Cleveland Indians, and we'll break down that series for you, starting with Friday night's game. It was on the hill for Cleveland. He gets the loss as the Indians lose 7-5 to the Detroit Tigers. Justin Verlander gets the win. He goes to 8-4 with a 3.71 ERA. Jimenez goes to 4-4 with a 5.03 ERA. Jason Giambi and Drew Stubbs homered for the Cleveland Indians. Victor Martinez is 5th of the season in front of 39,008. Game time 3 hours and 11 minutes. Now, Saturday afternoon, it was Saturday, let's say twilight kind of game. It was the Tigers a winner over the Cleveland Indians 6-4. Rick Porcello gets the win. He goes to 3-3 with a 4.68 ERA. Scheduled starter was Justin Masterson. He got pushed back a day. Carlos Carrasco, called up from Columbus, gets the spot start. He gets the loss. He goes to 0-2 with a 15.26 ERA option right back to Columbus. Ryan Rayburn is 6th home run of the season in front of 41,691. Game time 3 hours and 34 minutes. Papa Grande, Papa Fat Ass, gets his 8th save of the season. In the concluding game on Sunday, we saw former Mudhen pitcher Jose Alvarez. This kid is a beast on the hill. Showed up. He went 6 innings, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 of it earned. It was a home run by Rayburn. He walked once, struck out 7 Indians. Masterson struggled in the game as Alvarez gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 150 ERA. As the Tigers win 4-1, Masterson gets the loss. He goes to 8-5 with a 3.68 ERA. Don Kelly homered his 3rd. Ryan Rayburn is 7th in front of 41,262 game time, 2 hours and 31 minutes. Joaquin Benoit gets the save for Detroit, his 3rd of the season. Now, the Tigers now head on the road. They'll take on the Kansas City Royals tonight, and the Cleveland Indians will continue their road trip. They are 0-6 on this road trip. That's a shock. As they take on the Texas Rangers, deep in the heart of Texas. But the Tigers will play Kansas City tonight. It will be Doug Fister on the hill, 8:05 start on FSN Detroit. He's 5-3 with a 2.37 ERA. He'll take on Jeremy Guthrie, who is 6-3 with a 3.66 ERA. And the Royals right now are on a 5-game winning streak. So watch out, Tiger fans. Tuesday's game will be Max Scherzer on the hill. He's 8-0 with a 3.24 ERA. Kyle Davis will be on the hill for Kansas City. He's 3-5 with a 5.66 ERA. Game time 8-10. And the concluding game on Wednesday, it will be the ace Justin Verlander with his 8-4 record with a 3.71 ERA. Going up against James Shields, who is 2-6 with a 2.81 ERA, game time 105. We will be on the air after the game on Wednesday to break that down. And also we're going to have Nick DeVera from Rational Pastimes Blogs to talk about his article that's coming out. We'll also talk a little bit more about baseball. On the Indian front, Indians head down to the ballpark in Arlington to take on the Texas Rangers, who have been struggling as of late because of all the injuries they have gotten. But let's see what happens tonight. Cleveland will take on Texas. It will be Scott Kazmir on the hill. He is 3-3 with a 5.24 ERA. He'll take on Lindbaum, who is 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. My friend Neil Carrier's Texas Rangers going against the Cleveland Indians tonight at 8:05 on Sports Time. Tuesday matchup will be Corey Kluber versus Derek Holland. And on Wednesday it will be Tespin for Texas taking on Gilberto Jimenez. And all those games will be 8:05 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Day off for the Tribe on Thursday. They open up a 3-game set with the Washington Nationals at Progressive Field. Other scores in the major leagues on Sunday afternoon. Texas was a winner 6-4 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Miami 8, the New York Mets 4. Boston was a winner 10-5 over the LA Angels. Double dip in the nation's capital. Then the Nationals beat the Minnesota Twins 7-0 in Game 1, and in Game 2 they beat them 5-4, sweeping the doubleheader. Baltimore was a winner 10-7 over Tampa Bay. Kansas City 2, Houston 0. The White Sox were a winner 4-2 over the Oakland A's. The A's are getting really hot now about this time. Milwaukee 9, Philadelphia 1. The Cubbies were a winner 4-1 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Atlanta was a winner 8-1 over the LA Dodgers. The Seattle Mariners of Frazier Crane and the Seattle Mariners get the loss over the New York Yankees 2-1. San Diego 7, Colorado 8. Arizona was a loser to San Francisco 6-2, and the nightcap was St. Louis beating up on the Cincinnati Reds 11-4. Looking at the American League Central standings, this is what's going into tonight's play. Detroit leads the division. They are 35-26, 6-4 in their last 10. Cleveland is in second place. They are now under 500, 2 games under 500, 30-32, 5.5 out, 2-8 in their last 10. Struggling at the plate, too. Nick Swisher finally getting on the base path for the first time. He was 0 for 27 going into yesterday's game. That was unbelievable to hear that stat. Kansas City is in third place, so look out, Tiger fans, as we get ready to play them. They are 7-3 in their last 10. They're 28-32, 6.5 out in third place. Minnesota is in fourth place. They're 27-33, 7.5 out, 5-5 in the last 10. And rounding out the division is the Chicago White Sox. They are 27-34, 8.5 back, 3-7 in their last 10. Well, the Toledo Mud Hens, after an impressive win on Thursday night, win Friday, head to Rochester, win Saturday, and lose yesterday to Rochester. So we'll break down the series for you. Friday, the Mud Hens were blank the Columbus Clippers 6-0. Mish gets the win for Toledo. He's now 2-3 with a 4.58 ERA. House gets the loss for Columbus. He's 1-5 with a 5.91 ERA. No home runs hit in the game in front of 10,012. Game time 2 hours and 38 minutes. Now Saturday evening, the Mud Hens just lit up the scoreboard in Rochester at Frontier Field. The Mud Hens were a winner 8-1 over the Rochester Red Wings. Garcia gets the win. He goes to 2-5 with a 5.68 ERA. Vasquez gets the loss. He goes to 2-5 with a 5.17 ERA. Kevin Russo is third. Nick Castellanos is 10th. Jordan Leonardson his 11th. And Argenis Diaz his first of the season. 4 home runs for the Mud Hens in that game in front of 10,225. Game time 3 hours and 4 minutes. No home runs hit for the Rochester Red Wings. Now yesterday afternoon, the Rochester Red Wings did get the win over the Toledo Mud Hens as they won 3-1. Sean Hill gets the loss for the Mud Hens. He's now 0-8 with a 6.23 ERA. Gibson gets the win for Rochester. He's now 6-5 with a 3.16 ERA. Dunkelman gets his 6th home run of the season for Rochester. No home runs for Toledo. In front of 7,765. Game time 2 hours and 25 minutes. Tonklin gets the save for Rochester. So the Mud Hens will not go for the sweep this week's series against Rochester, but they will get in action tonight. Derek Hankins on the hill for Toledo. He is 2-3 with a 3.46 ERA. He'll take on Tavares, who is 1-1 with an 8.53 ERA. Game time 7:05 tonight. That game on 1230 WCWA and iHeart radio station. In the concluding game on Tuesday will be an afternoon affair. It will be Casey Crosby on the hill. He's 2-5 with a 4.53 ERA. Worthy gets the loss. He goes to 1-2 with a 2.84 ERA. Game time 1:05. You can listen to that game on 1230 NWA. Looking at the International League West standings going into tonight's play, Indianapolis leads the division. They are 44-21, 8-2 in their last 10. Columbus is in second place. They are 31-33. This club is struggling as of late. They're 2-8 in their last 10. 12.5 out of first place. Louisville is in third place. They are 30-34, 13.5 out, 3-7 in their last 10. And then rounding out the IL West standings is the pitiful Toledo Mudhens. I gotta get up for this one. Who are 24-41. 24-41. Pathetic. Even though they had a good win, they had a really decent win on Friday and Thursday. 24 wins so far in the month of June isn't cutting it. That's why we have to fire Phil Nevin. It's fire Phil Nevin. Fire Phil Nevin and follow the show at all Andy Alfred. That's right. Fire Phil Nevin. Enjoy that cooking in New York, of course, the thin sliced pizza. It is Monday. You know what that means. It's time for the top 5 and bottom 5 for the Mud Hens organizations. Oh, I've been doing a lot of research on this too. You're going to be surprised at who's in the top 5 this week. Jordan Lennerton is 338 on base, on average, with 11 home runs and 34 RBIs. His OPS is a 971. On base percentage is a 440. He has struck out 48 times. Nick Castellanos is batting a 292 average, 10 home runs, 34 RBIs, 369 on base percentage. His OPS is at .859, 48 strikeouts. Brandon Douglas is batting a 280 with 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 324 on base percentage, 16 strikeouts. Mike Cervenek, the guy who we just picked up from the trade wire, he's batting a 280 with no home runs, 2 ribbies, 333 on base percentage. He's only struck out 3 times, so this is a good pickup for the Mud Hens. Brad Holliday batting a 255, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, 320 on base percentage. He's struck out 36 times. That's the top 5. Bottom 5. Again, Cabrera, 237, 1 home run, 12 RBIs, 297 on base percentage, 17 strikeouts. Oh, that's not bad. Brad Davis is batting a 233 with 1 home run and 10 RBIs, 280 on base percentage, 17 strikeouts. That's not bad either. Ben Getz batting a 231, 7 homers, 22 RBIs, 345 on base percentage, 14 strikeouts. Corey Jones been flipping back and forth between Erie and Toledo. He's batting a 190 with no home runs, 1 RBI, 261 on base percentage, 451 on base percentage, and his OPS is a 451. He has only 5 strikeouts, but the worst, Kevin Russo, the guy who homered on Saturday night, got his 3rd of the season, batting a 184. 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, 236 on base percentage, 510 OPS. Reason why he's in the bottom 5, folks? He has struck out 53 times! Unbelievable! He's averaging a strikeout a game. I don't know what to do. It's unbelievable. You know what else is unbelievable? San Antonio and Miami are tied at 1 game apiece in the NBA playoffs. As Miami was a winner yesterday, 103-84, and it wasn't LeBron James as the leading scorer on like it was Thursday night. Chalmers, 18 points. Unbelievable. Series is tied at 1 game apiece, going to San Antonio starting on Tuesday at 9 o'clock on ABC. Series is tied at 1 game apiece. Whoever wins Game 3 in a tied 1-1 series in the NBA playoffs, since they did the 2-3-2 format, wins the NBA Finals. So let's hope it's San Antonio, of course. Hey, the NHL playoffs. We finally have the Cup final we wanted. Since 1972, the last time two original 6 teams battled it out for the Stanley Cup. Boston was a winner 1-0 over the Pittsburgh Penguins, sweeping the Penguins. 4-0. Chicago was a winner 4-3 over LA in double overtime. Great game for Patrick Kane, a hat trick. So that sets up Boston versus Chicago. Game 1, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock on NBC or CBC, starting in Chicago. Great series. I got to pick the Bruins in the full 7. Go Bruins. Even though I'm a Blue Jacket fan, and they're going to be in the same division. Not the same division, but in the same conference. I got to pick the Bruins in 7. Recommendations for the week for you. Don't forget to go out and pick up this man's great copy album, Michael Bublé's To Be Loved album. Great CD. One of the Sinatra of our time. You Make Me Feel So Young, To Be Loved from the self-titled album as well too, and also the popular hit It's a Beautiful Day. Go pick up 1,000,000 copies. Give this one to your dad for Father's Day. Great Father's Day present. Also tonight at midnight, it is the release of the new Big Time Rush album, 24/7. Go pick up a copy of that. We'll be probably recommending that tomorrow on the program. Just letting you know ahead of time too. Don't forget the show here. Don't forget to go visit Dr. Zuhari in Fisher's office. My dentist, of course. One location in Rossford, Ohio. Dr. Zuhari in Fisher's office does anything. Crowns. He has Invisalign, whitening, routine root canals. You know it. Anything. He'll do it. He'll do it, and he'll fix your teeth. Well, set an appointment by calling 419-666-3327 or visit zfdentist.com. That's zfdentist.com. They have fixed the smile. They can fix yours at the same time as well, too. So the exciting news is this. I've gotten an email from the YouTube chat from YouTube, and they have rated our show as the 96th show in the top 100 for sports and information. So I want to thank you so much for viewing our shows and viewing the content that we have on here. We started off in 2008 with just basically me talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins, rooting for the Pittsburgh Penguins to win the Stanley Cup. And we had nothing on the wall, and now look at it behind me. We have everything in the wall in the man cave, of course. So much stuff going on in the man cave as well too. So I'm glad I'm doing this, and this job it's a fun job. It really is a fun job. I wish I could do this as a full-time career. If anybody's hiring, I'm right here. You can follow me on Twitter or send me a Facebook message, or even if you need me, send me an email. I'll give you a phone number so you can give me a call. But one thing I do want to let you guys know ahead of time as well too, we are now in the process of protesting Subway restaurants. Think about it. Bitches be making sandwiches. I'm Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific rest of the day. Enjoy your Monday. Go Tigers! Go Mud Hens! And so much more. And as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice. And to the teams behind me, and to you at home, victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a nice night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred.